Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for Dearly Departed. I normally say round whatever review, but it's kind of midweek catch-up time where teams with games in hand from previous rounds crack on and do it. So we had 3 Dearly Departed games. Who are the Dearly Departed? If you're here for the first time, obviously I am a championship YouTuber, but I do not like to lose touch with all the wonderful subscribers I make with the promoted teams. So therefore, we still cover on this channel Sheffield United, Aston Villa, Leeds, West Brom, and Fulham. And like I say, 3 of those teams in action. We'll look at all of those games. First of all, we just say thank you to J Coyle, our fan sponsor, Dearly Departed, also known as Ben. Couldn't bear to lose us. If you want to get involved, help the channel, support me, help me grow. Patreon.com is the place if you feel you want to help out like Jay has. There are our results. And speaking of help, the Dearly Departed could have done with some this game week. Some difficult fixtures and 3 defeats. I would love to talk about a victory, but we can't. But don't worry, there's plenty to talk about in these games. Well, Sheffield United didn't play, so they didn't lose. Leeds, you can see in the middle there, postponed against Southampton. But it was West Ham 2, West Brom 1. West Ham, the absolute scourge of the Dearly Departed. They must have beaten all 5 of them by now. Leicester 2, Chelsea 0. We're not interested in that one. Leeds postponed. Like I said, the break will probably do them good at the moment. Manchester City 2, Aston Villa 0. Some controversy in that one. Villa back from COVID, but losing Manchester City, who went top of the table until Fulham 1, Manchester United 2, who then usurped them top of the table. We're just before 6 p.m. on Thursday, so Liverpool versus Burnley has not happened, but that does sadly not preclude me from doing the Dearly Departed, because likely more points at the top of the table, although Burnley does affect us down there. So bear that in mind if you are watching after that game. Let's get into the first one then. And it was Manchester City 2, Aston Villa 0. Sorry, that says Villa 0 there. I wonder if I've copied and pasted that into the next slide as well. My apologies, how unprofessional that appears. So Villa not in action for the last few weeks, have they? Because of the COVID issues. Obviously, they have played a game, but that fixture was padded out, the FA Cup game, with under 19s pretty much, not even under 23s in that against Liverpool. So we wondered, would Villa be fresh or would Villa be rusty? It's hard to tell when you're going away at Manchester City, who are on a winning streak. Villa, though, with what I consider is their strongest team. I think Traore's usurped Trezeguet up on the right wing. So Martinez, Cash, Cons and Mings target across the back. Hope target is okay. Injury looks like has occurred there. McGinn, Louise is the double pivot. Traore right, Grealish left, and the return of Ross Barkley, who is going to play 68 minutes in this one. Ollie Watkins up top. I think that's the full strength 11. Are they fit? Are they rusty? Well, maybe a no and a yes. Definitely a maybe to both. Manchester City are in fine form, aren't they? Edison in goal. Walker, Stones, Diaz, Cancelo, Gundogan, Rodri, De Bruyne, Sterling, Silva, and Foden. Star-studded team. And nearly taking the lead there. I wanted to put that one up. Point blank there. Martinez in goals. Had a good season for Villa. Makes the save. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the opening goal by, that is Bernardo Silva, isn't it? Stroking in from the edge of the box. From that still, we say lovely finish into the keeper's right-hand side. However, there is a very, very big but about this, because there is Tyrone Mings chesting the ball down. Now, if you can visualise, that has been headed towards Mings, and that is Rodri behind him, who was offside. Now, there's a very good explanation of this from Dermot Gallagher on the Sky YouTube that Sky obviously broadcast earlier. And he explains why this is, what does he call it? Unpalatable and a loophole. So, in short, the referees can't do anything about this, and Villa have just got very unlucky, as in a loophole in the law. I don't think Manchester City have deliberately set up Rodri in an offside position to exploit this. If they have, then they're incredibly clever, and I should imagine this will be clamped down on. So, Mings chests it down. Rodri comes from the offside position and quickly takes the ball off him. In fact, Mings chests it, and before it can hit the ground, Rodri nicks it off him. Obviously, when the ball was headed, Rodri was in an offside position. But the second Mings chests the ball, I forget what words Gallagher used, the ex-referee, but he's taken charge of the situation and a new phase begins. And the ball doesn't even hit the ground before Rodri sneaks in and tackles it. On it goes, and from then on, yes, goal. But a definite loophole opened up there. I haven't read the offside wording, having watched Gallagher's video there on Sky. I'd recommend you watch it because he explains it quite clearly. Villa's issue here is with the lawmakers, and the officiating team have done as they are supposed to. But there's a clear loophole with the wording and the phases of play beginning, and it seems fairly obvious that something needs to be entered into those laws to say, I don't know whether it could be unsporting conduct to exploit a new phase of play from an offside position. I don't know how you would word it. We know why phases have been brought in. It's to, it's for more goals. So, for example, in this situation, if Mings chests the ball down and someone who wasn't offside, or it's headed back over and the offside player just walks back and someone else goes through, fine, whatever. But something does need to be popped in because we can't have this, can we? A guy in an offside position clearly gaining an advantage because he's literally behind the centre-back and the centre-back can't see him. So something needs to be put in with the wording. I'm sure even Manchester City fans will be happy with the goal and they're the ones that are exploiting the loophole. But it's not a good one. We don't want to see this. And I know the offside law is an ever-evolving thing, and we need to... Do you know what? We need to probably make it more subjective and less black and white to cope with these armpit decisions at the moment. I've been advocating all season for a dead heat law or a gaining and clear and obvious advantage. I think you throw that in and you make it like the red cards and the serious foul play, and you do make life easy for yourself. Whereas here, he chests the ball, new phase, away we go. I think in between these seasons and, probably after the Euros, then some tweaking needs to be done from IFAB. And I'm sure it's all being worked on and the very clever wordsmiths are doing it. But 1-0 Man City and, Villa just getting... Let's be honest in the comments, not screwed by the ref, screwed by the laws and the loophole that opened up there for Manchester City. Dean Smith, who seems a quite mild-mannered man, has a proper pop at the ref, and I do have to stand... I think it's John Moss, isn't it? I do have to stand up for him. Again, it's a loophole. He has to make the call the way they've done it. That's what the law says. He has done his job. I can understand Smith being furious. I can understand Moss feeling a bit icky about the goal having to stand, but I think I've made my feelings clear on this. And Smith, red carded there, needs to calm down. But sometimes you feel managers are sending a message to their players to... say, look, that was an injustice. I'm gonna put my neck on the block for you guys, and I'll take the fall. You calm down. So, but he'll be banned now from the touchline, which not good from that respect. Now this one we have to say is fine. That is Jesus, isn't it? Heading the ball, Cash, and it's handball, isn't it? The arms up there. We're looking for either deliberate or arm in unnatural position. So, look, I can see the compounding of frustration after the first decision, but I think that one's a penalty, isn't it? And Gundogan sticks it home, and it's 2-0 to Manchester City. So Villa's return, well, they'd hung in there for a long time in that game, and it does swing on this irritating offside phase loophole that Manchester City have gotten away with. Again, I will reiterate, I don't think Manchester City have cheated. I don't think the world is corrupt. I don't think the referee can do anything else. I just think Villa are very unlucky that this weird situation arises. But hey, if these situations don't arise, the loopholes don't get fixed, do they? It's just annoying if you're a Villa fan and it happens against you. You're the test tube case for this, if I'm not mixing my metaphors. There are the numbers. I mean, 28 shots to City, 16 corners, 4 big chances to 0. So, look, it was a viable performance from them. But we all know, and I have this conversation a lot with nerdy friends of mine, that stats don't represent game state, do they? And how an event changes everything, and it clearly did, didn't it? So I think Villa will feel a bit hard done to. Man City will take the win, and they move on. I mean, we don't really care. They're not a dearly departed team, but they're right at the top of the table there, and they did go top until Manchester United played later in the day. For Villa, though, now no wins in 3 either side of the COVID break, drawing with Chelsea and defeats against Manchester United and Manchester City, who are indeed the top 2. So, my view on Villa, let's put my dearly departed hat on, is that we can be apologists for Villa here. We can say they've played the top 2 in the last 2 games, and we can say they were unlucky here with that first goal. And we can also say now back to fitness and back on a run. They play Newcastle, I think. We'll deal with that in the preview. So good for them to have Barkley back and a full strength team, but need to get back in the groove now after the disruption. Let me know what you think in the comments on Manchester City 2, Aston Villa 0. Next up was Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. Like I said, we talked about Villa's last 2 games being there. It doesn't get any easier for the dearly departed, and no sooner had Manchester City beat Villa to go top, Manchester United then respond and beat Fulham to go top. 2-1 in this one. There is your Fulham team. Areola, Iain, Anderson, Adrabio, all the A's. Tete and Brian, wing backs. Robinson suspended. Reed, Anguissa, central midfield. Cavaliero and Loftus-Cheek helping. Ademola Lookman up front. So no Cavaliero, no Mitrovic up top. Lookman gets the nod. Scott Parker clearly wants a pacey, mobile dribbler up in this system. And last season's top scorer, Mitrovic, not getting much of a look in this season. For Manchester United, De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Shaw, Pogba, Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Martial, Cavani, star-studded as ever, the Red Devils. However, they are going behind in this one. Anguissa plays it over the top. Lookman, I think Pogba is chasing him. Marginal offside call, but every goal gets checked. So hopefully none of those are getting through. Lookman goes through. He's got a bit of time. One of those ones where you think, oh, on that angle, has he got too much time? Instincts maybe secondary, and it's all about focus and technique. Lookman has both. Right-footed to De Gea's right in the corner. Fulham lead. And we did pick this up in the Super Stream last night. My worry was, well, Fulham improving, Fulham trending, Fulham not winning tight games. And against Manchester United, they could not parlay that early goal into a victory. Here's the equaliser. And Areola's been quite good in goal, hasn't he, for Fulham? This is poor. In the first instance, Fernandes hits the post. And from then on, they don't reset from the chaos. That's where you need calmness, get back in shape. It's recycled then by Manchester United, and Fernandes crosses in and Areola spills it. They're not set. They're not calm or relaxed because of the chaos from the first shot off the post. He spills it. And Edinson Cavani has been around enough years to know exactly where he's going to spill it to. and sticks it in the back of the net, left-footed. 1-1. And then up steps Mr. Pogba, who we all know, when he wants to, can be just a world-class player. And we've seen a few this season now from Pogba. And it's just a great goal, isn't it? Outside of the box. And what he does well is he kind of disguises the fact he's going to shoot. He's moving with the ball. And then all of a sudden, he just sort of sets up the shot with the left foot. And he just hammers it left-footed, curling inside that far post. It's a brilliant goal by Pogba. And big players win you games sometimes. And we know he's maddened football fans and pundits alike on occasion, but brilliant from Pogba. There was a chance for Loftus-Cheek. I mean, in my grading of chances, I think the pressure on the shooter there, he does actually manage to get the shot, I think it's Luke Shaw, isn't it, through the legs there. But despite the fact he's running in on goal, that in my mind goes down as a half chance. But when he does get it through Shaw's legs, if he's in the far corner, he's scoring from that. It's too close to De Gea. Full time, 2-1. You can see Manchester United forcing 3 big chances to 1, 62% on the possession, 8 corners to 2, 15 shots to 12. 5 shots on target. A piece, though, was more even. But I think a sustainable victory for Manchester United, although it was a bit of quality that did it. But they did have to show character and come from behind. But Fulham, despite our enthusiasm at Parker finding the new formula and lots of draws and sort of 5-game undefeated run, there were no wins. And now you're looking at 7 games without a victory. And they will be hoping that Liverpool can do the business against Burnley. Else Burnley shoot off up to 15th position there with that game in hand tonight against Liverpool. So for Fulham, I sound like a broken record with them. Yes, thumbs up, find the solution. Yes, innovative Parker. Yes, trending in the right direction. Yes, harder to beat. Need wins. Win some games. I'm not talking about Manchester United at home or Liverpool at home. We're talking about those draws, particularly against Brighton and against Newcastle. That's where the difference can be made at the bottom of the Premier League, and they didn't get the wins. Let me know what you think in the comments. Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. And finally, like I said, the scourge of the dearly departed was West Ham 2, West Brom 1. Let me just do this off the top of my head. West Ham have definitely beaten Leeds, because I did the watch-along, it was 1-0. They definitely beat Villa, because I did the watch-along, that was 2-1. They've beaten West Brom here as well. They definitely beat Sheffield United at Bramall Lane as well. Who's my other dearly departed? My mind's gone blank now. I've got about 50 teams going through my head all at once. Villa, West Brom, Sheffield United. Fulham. Did West Ham beat Fulham? Yes. Look, man, missed the pen. So West Ham have beaten the entire 5 dearly departed. They have punished us. No good. 2-1 in this one. There is Big Sam's solution there after that good win at Wolves at the weekend. Johnston, O'Shea, Ajayi, Bartley, Gibbs, Gallagher, Livermore, Sawyers, Grzycki. Pereira looks like being given a free roll behind Robinson. Gets another goal, actually. 3 and 2 from him, although 2 from the spot in the game against Wolves. For West Ham, the kryptonite for the dearly departed. Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Rice, Souček, Bowen, Lanzini, Benrahma, Antonio. We always say lots of graduates from the Championship there, or recent Championship players there. Dawson and Bowen and Benrahma were the guys, weren't they? Antonio also a long time in the Championship. Bowen and Antonio going to get on the score sheet, and this is actually really good from Bowen. Ball goes across. Number 5, Kufal there. First time cross from the full-back, and it's excellent from Bowen. It's fired at him really fast and just chests it into the net. Great instincts and reactions from Bowen, who's having an excellent season and looks like he is certainly fit for the top half. The top tier. We wondered, could he step up from Hull, where he was like miles the best player at Hull and scoring tons and tons of goals there. And he's doing the business for West Ham. Great goal by Bowen, but equally great goal here, probably even better actually, because look at the angle on that one. Pereira carries it, and very similar to Pogba, kind of disguises his intentions a little bit, and then slams that shot in with the left foot. It's going across the keeper. Who's that in the way? Is that Conor Gallagher? I hope he's not in the goalkeeper's line of sight, but there we go. We'll take it and we'll assume VAR check. That's a great strike on the angle, right into the far corner. Good pace, good height. Lovely goal by Pereira, who seems to be doing a fair old job for Big Sam. But here comes the winner. Bit of a messy one, isn't it? Ball loose in the box there. Antonio, good striking play there. Just gets something on it. Hits it early, spins on the volley. He's going to find the corner to Johnston's left, and West Ham 2-1 victors. Oh dear, don't they punish the dearly departed. They're up in 7th, West Ham, having an excellent season. For West Brom, it's a tough ask, this. It really, really is. Big Sam's come in just before midway in the season. He's shown some signs in the games against Liverpool and against Wolves, where he's picked up the 4 points, that there's something to be done. I just wonder whether he was too far back and the wins are going to be too infrequent. We know Allardyce bangs on constantly about clean sheets and being hard to beat. If West Brom are going to do this, yes, they do need wins, but if it's going to be the Big Sam blueprint, it's got to be a 2, 3, 4 little unbeaten run, even if it is draws, and then add, I hope I'm not contradicting myself, because I know Fulham had an unbeaten run based on draws, but this is what Allardyce wants to do, and we know he can get the wins with set plays and get the goals with freeing up Pereira. He's always let flair players play, Allardyce, but it's the other end, and the goals against, look, in the last few games, 2, 2, 4, 5 conceded. That is 13 goals in the last 4 games conceded. You ain't staying up if you're conceding 3 goals a game over a 4-game sample size. Are you not good there? Just to do the numbers on that game, 1 big chance for West Brom, 3 for West Ham. So given, look at that, 6 shots, only 2 on target, wasn't the best for West Brom, was it? They need to be more viable than that. And that is our show. Thanks again to Coyle, our fan sponsor. Please go and get involved. Dearly departed, also known as Ben, couldn't bear to lose us. www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. The channel is growing. Everything is working in the right direction. As we move forward, I'll be able to sort of streamline everything and work out exactly what goes down Patreon. In the meantime, I'm just relying on nice people's support. We do put exclusive stuff down Patreon as it stands, but we're working towards it. So please do go and get involved in that Patreon over there. If you've watched even one of my videos and you want to support a like-minded creator, if you've watched one, you're probably a football lover. So if you want to support a fellow football lover trying to make their way in a very strange time when opportunities are pretty limited, I have to say, then go over to Patreon and support there. With the turnover of fixtures, what we will do, I should do a dearly departed preview, but I think Premier League games will be so few and far between. We'll throw them into the FA. We'll do an FA Cup Championship dearly departed preview. It'll probably all go into one with the odd state of the fixtures. It's kind of like a few Championship games, I think 5, a load of FA Cup games, a couple of Premier League games. It's all over the shop this weekend. So check that out. And if you're a supporter of any of the dearly departed teams, it's still fun down in the Championship. Come and check out one of our streams. Come and join us. Some of our watch-alongs are dearly departed, but a lot of Championship stuff on the channel. Well worth, I think, your time and checking it out. Thank you if you've lasted this long into me rambling about the dearly departed games. And all that remains for me to do is pull up my earphones and say, over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.